Jeremiah.
Yeah, Hubert, Michigan State went on a couple big runs. There was the one in the first half. You guys were up 7. They stormed back. You guys had cut it to 3 in the second, and they kind of extended the lead. I guess, what do you feel like maybe was missing from you guys in those moments when they kind of were going on those scoring runs?
Yeah, one of the things that, we've talked about is, when we get to that level that we're playing at on both ends of the floor, to be able to sustain it. And in order to win in, games like that, you have to do that for long periods of time. You don't have to be perfect, but have longer periods of time. And so just a little discipline and details, they got 46 points in the paint, defending without fouling, even though I think they only went to the free throw line, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 times. Loose balls, offensive rebounds, they got 12. And then on the offensive end, just being able to execute. I feel like we had some open shots from the perimeter, and we didn't shoot the ball very well. But, after the game, I told the guys it's an opportunity for us to learn and to grow, and that's what we'll do.
Hubert, Coach Izzo said that you guys took it right to them with the physicality and everything early on, but he thought he got the sense that maybe you guys wore down a little bit over the course of the game. Do you think you guys wore down, and do you think that was maybe coincided with some of those runs?
Maybe. We knew that it was going to be a physical game, and I felt like, we met that challenge at the beginning of the game. It just goes back to being able to just sustain it, and that's something that this group has to do. You can get to that level of physicality and execution, but you have to be able to sustain it and be consistent for long periods of time, and it just wasn't where it needed to be to win a game like this.
Ryan, then Matt.
Hubert, 5 bench points. I know obviously the depth has been hurt with the Seth injury, but what maybe are you not seeing out of kind of those bench pieces or the depth in games like this?
Well, I wouldn't specifically single out the bench. North Carolina's North Carolina. We're all a team, and in order for us to have won tonight, we needed to play better on both ends of the floor. I talked about the points in the paint going into the game. I think we were 5th in the country in field goal percentage defense. They shot 51%. That's just not going to work. And then our struggles being able to shoot the ball from the perimeter. And so there's a number of things that we've got to get better at and clean up and continue to become more consistent, and that comes from everybody on the team.
Matt, here.
Caleb, you were the only player for Carolina to score over the last 8 minutes, 45 seconds of the game. What do you think wasn't clicking offensively, and what do you think Michigan State was doing to kind of disrupt the offense?
I'm not sure. I feel like, Michigan State was just playing a hard-hedged defense. I just feel like we just got to be more aggressive, and it'll provide more opportunities for everyone. And I just feel like, defensively, I feel like I had lapses defensively in the second half that I have to clean up, and I feel like most of the points that they got, we were giving to them. So it's just us playing defense and trusting our principles.
Coach, Fears got real comfortable in the second half there. Just what makes him so difficult to guard, and especially down the stretch, the way he put a stamp on the game like he did?
Yeah, he controls the game. He was, he's big, strong, plays under control when he gets into the lane in close spaces. He has the ability to be able to still make plays. He plays off 2 feet, doesn't panic. He can score, he can distribute. And I felt like, his presence out there on the floor, on both ends of the floor, really settled them. And he played a really good game tonight. I was very impressed.
RL, then Shelby.
Caleb, you scored 10 of the first 14 points. For about 20 minutes, you didn't score. What did they do differently against you? I know they gave you more attention. And do you feel like maybe you were trying to force some shots too much now and then?
No, I just have to learn how to play with being focused. In high school I had to deal with it, and in college it's different because it's more athleticism, better players, and just got to learn how to play with players focusing on me, being the top of the scout report. I feel like that's all it is, and they just started face guarding me, trying to be physical off the ball. That's all they tried to do. They called it fist, 45, just face guard me, trying to press me off having the ball.
Shelby.
Yeah, I guess just on that note for Luka, obviously just a really intense physical game. What were the challenges just for you that Michigan State posed on defense?
I think this is the first time that we play against the team who is really physical. They play 40 minutes physical game. We saw there were not too much points for both teams. I mean, they play like us. They like transition game. They like to push the ball. They're physical. They can switch also. So I think that we should be happy that we give 100% of effort tonight. But we also should see that with 100% of effort, it's not enough against these kind of teams. We also should be more focused. Also cut these gray zone minutes. Not be relaxed in. I think 2 or 3 times we went relaxed couple minutes, and against these kind of teams we can't do this. It's not possible. So for me, it's good that it happened in just early games like this. So we have to learn because more we play, we will play against better teams, and we can't sleep for a couple minutes of the games.
Andrew, then Jeremiah.
Hubert, what do you get out of this game? What did you learn from your team? What key takes from it that you're concerned about maybe, and a couple things maybe you feel really good about?
Well, I mean, I think that's a good question. I mean, the game just ended. I mean, obviously, after a game, I don't say very much to them. I want to watch the game over again. I would say initially, just from a defensive standpoint, like being able to play at that high level and being able to sustain it. As I said before, going into the game, percentage-wise defensively, we were top 10 and we allowed them to shoot 51% from the field. That just can't happen. 46 points in the paint, that just doesn't work. I thought we were good offensively when we changed sides of the floor, got the defense moving, but I'm looking forward to looking at the game again and just being able to break it down and be able to really see some things that I think we can improve on, which I believe so, and then some things that I thought we did well, and to encourage them from that standpoint as well.
Last two, Jeremiah and Brian.
Yeah, Luka, 4-23 for you guys from the 3-point line. Do you think there was anything in particular Michigan State was doing, I guess, to maybe limit the good looks, or did you like the looks you were getting, and was it just a matter of, I guess, not knocking them down? If that makes sense.
I mean, it was just we doesn't shot good the ball tonight for 3 points, and also when you open, you should make it. It's simple. If you make it, it's just easier to play. If you make 2 or 3, just give more confidence for other players, and just push us to catch. If we went if they have some advance against us, as I said, it was really tough game, and we just have to learn from this.
Last one, Brian.
Caleb, Hubert's talked about kind of 46 points in the paint, 51% from the field. What did you see kind of on the defensive end from your point of view, kind of on the interior?
It was just a physical game, and just got to learn from it, learn what the other team was doing to get the points that they got, and kind of apply it to myself. I feel like you can always learn from your opponent, win or lose, and they played physical basketball. They were holding, hooking, grabbing. So I just learned from it and be able to apply it to my own game and know how to combat it myself.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.